Hello friends, welcome to Inside Text. This is a platform to learn about power transmission elements and its control system. So friends, in today's video, we are going to continue with the LED lights and control and relay panel. This is the second video about the LED in control panels. In the first video, we have already seen that there are various colors of LEDs available and each color indicates different kind of operations and how it indicates what is the position of the breaker, either it is on, off, or whatever indication that can be provided on the control and relay panels. We have also seen that what kind of indications this LEDs are giving on the panels, say breaker is on off indication, gas pressure high low indication, trip circuit healthiness, spring charge, auto trip indication, and various kind of different specifications we have covered in the previous video, that the LED is AC supply operated LED, DC supply operated LED. It can be 110 volt DC or it can also be 220 volt DC. So friends, in the previous video we have also seen the wiring of LED lights in control and relay panels. Just a quick recap. Say we want to do the wiring for the breaker on indication LED in the control panel. So what we will do is we will have the source of DC. Say our LED is operated on 110 volts DC, so there will be a source of DC inside the panel and they will be given numbers J1 and J2. From that we will provide different fuse, and after the fuse J1 is now known as L1 and J2 will be L2. So from L1 is the positive source of DC, so it goes directly into the circuit breaker. In the circuit breaker there are auxiliary switch. We will use one of the auxiliary switches that is normally closed, that is whenever breaker is on the switch will be closed. Okay, so breaker is not on now, breaker is off, so this auxiliary switch is off right now. Okay, and L2, that is okay, see after L1 now the auxiliary switch is applied over here, and after that this L1 is again now named as L5, right? So now let us see, L5 reaches my LED, okay, and we have L2 over here. L2 is the negative. This L2 will reach the other ends of the LED inside the control panel itself. So this is how the basic wiring of LED is done inside the control and relay panel. So when this is closed, okay, breaker is on, so this auxiliary switch is closed and this breaker on indication LED will glow inside the control and relay panel. Okay, so this is the basic wiring of LEDs. Okay, now let us move on towards the troubleshooting of LEDs, right? So there can be various scenarios in which whenever the breaker is on but the LED is off. Okay, let us see different kind of cases. What can be the cause that although the breaker is on but the LED is off? See, many times this issue can create a problem. Only by looking at the LED indication you will think that breaker is not in on condition, breaker is off because LED is not glowing, right? But that can mislead you, okay, because it can cause various different issues. So now let us understand how to do troubleshooting of such kind of issue, right? Now let us take one multimeter and we will measure different voltages that will give us the indication of what actually the problem is. Say let us discuss first the case 1. The case 1 is that whenever you have to measure the voltage across the LED. Whenever you measure the voltage across LED, it will be 110 volts. Okay, if you are already getting 110 volts at both the ends, both the terminals of the LED inside this multimeter, then what it indicates? It indicates that voltages are present on both the sides, but the LED itself is filled. So LED is filled. Now what we have to do, we need to replace the LED. That is very simple and easy. Okay, now let us see another case. Let us now measure voltage from LED to ground. See, in this case, what is happening right now is, whenever you are measuring the voltage across the LED, you are not getting the voltage. So now let us measure it across the ground in reference to ground. See, this is L2, that is negative, and you are measuring it with reference to ground. Okay, what you are getting is minus 55 volts. Okay, you are getting negative 55 volts. That means till here the circuit is complete. What happens if you do not get this minus 55 volts? Say you are getting 0 volts. Okay, so what you will do, you will measure your DC from the source, from J2 itself. See, also when you measure from J2, you are getting minus 55 volts. That means you are getting the source is alright. There is no issue with that. But the fuse is filled. Okay, you measured over here, you are getting minus 55. You measured on the other end of the LED, you are not getting any voltage. So what you have to do is, you have to replace this fuse. There is issue in the fuse, and once you replace the fuse, your LED will start glowing. Now let us understand case 3. Say your J2 is okay, your fuse is okay, you are getting minus 55 volts over here. So what issue can be there? Now the issue will be on the other side of the LED. Let us check it now. See, you are getting minus 55 over here. That means this circuit is complete. Now let us measure on the other side of the LED. You are having 0 volts. Now what we have to do is, we have to move further and move towards the auxiliary switch inside the breaker and measure the voltage over there. Now let's measure voltage at this end. See, you are getting positive 55 volts. That means the auxiliary switch and everything is fine. Okay, there might be the problem in cable or termination issue and this part. Right, now suppose you are not getting 55 volts over here. Say you are getting 0 volts over here. So what you will do, you will now measure on the other end of the auxiliary switch in the breaker. You have 55 volts on the other end, but you are not getting 55 volts over here. So what can be the issue? Okay, there is issue of auxiliary switch. Now let us move on further. Say you are not getting 55 volts over here also. See, it is indicating 0. So what you do, now you measure at L1, wherever the source of DC is there. You are getting 55 volts at this end. So what is the issue now? The issue is with this cable, or there is some termination issue at this part, right? And another, again, if you are not getting 55 volts over here, you will check voltage on the other end of the fuse. See, you are getting 55 over here. So what is the issue now? The issue is the fuse has failed. Once you replace the fuse, again your LED will start glowing. So now major terminologies we have covered. Various kind of cases in which you will require to be solved are also covered. Now let us see one video. See, in this video, as you can see over here, there are different kind of LEDs. The breaker on LED is not glowing, although the breaker is on. So breaker on is indicated through this. Okay, so now let us see on the back side. On the back side, on the third LED, we will measure the voltage. Okay, how much voltage should be there? There should be 110. Okay, there are 1 to 2.7 volts. That means voltage is alright. This is case 1. What is the issue? The issue is that the LED is not working. So let us now replace the LED over here. See, we have removed both the wires on both the terminals. Okay, one after the other. We have to be careful while doing this, because on both the ends there is DC voltage, right? Okay, so now it's very easy to remove this LED and replace it with another one. Because this is breaker on LED, we will use red colored LED over here. Okay, replacing the LED and placing the new one. Again, it's very easy to replace these kinds of LEDs. Just like a nut and bolt arrangement, we can easily replace it. Okay, removing the cap, you can see both the terminals, and rewiring is done. Okay, same as before, and we'll place the cap back, and you can see now that the LED is glowing. Okay, so let us once again measure the voltages across the LED. Perfect, we are getting 122 volts, right? So now this LED is okay, and it is, you can see on the other end, it is glowing now. The on indication LED is glowing. So friends, that's it about troubleshooting of the LEDs. This was just a case of breaker on indication LED, right? But any kind of LED, whichever it is not working, the same procedure will be followed, right? And if you have any other queries or you want to learn anything more about substation panel equipment components, please let us know in the comments, and keep watching our videos. Thank you.